Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my presentation. It sounds too enthusiastic, right? But Deborah said, make a good and shocking opening. And it is what I try to do. Well. I better start again in a more formal way, okay? Let's go there. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to my presentation. First of all, let me thank their teacher, Deborah, and of course our online classmates for your attention. As you know, my name is Josep Golobardes, and my topic is for today, the origin of Catalan cream. The reason why I have chosen this topic is because although this dish is very famous and popular in Catalonia, the truth is that few people know its origin. Even though some of you may not be interested in this topic, I expect that my explanation will engage you. So my purpose is to tell you all about its origin. The legend, the history, the ingredients, how to cook it. I hope that by the end of this presentation you are fully informed of all the circumstances that shape this typical Catalan dessert. And finally, if you have any questions or concerns on this topic, I'll be pleased to answer them at the end of this presentation. First, I would like to tell you about the origin of this tradition and who created it. Catalan cream, also known as burnt cream in Catalan cuisine, consists of custard base, egg yolk, pine sugar, lemon peel, cinnamon stick, starch, and fresh milk. It's usually covered with a layer of caramelized sugar on its surface to provide a crunchy contrast. Not only is it especially eaten on St. Joseph's Day on March 19th, but it's also consumed throughout the year. Until recently, it was considered as a party dessert. The history has two versions. On one hand, as a legend, comes from a visit that the bishop made in the 18th century to a convent of Catalan nuns. Before such event, the nuns decided to make a pudding for dessert, but it became too liquid. After giving it different touches to recover its texture, they finally covered its surface with burnt sugar. When the bishop started eating the pudding, the sugar was still very hot, so the bishop, who was a little greedy and could not wait for the spoon to cool, said, "Collons, cream!" That in Catalan means it's burning. Hence the origin of its name, cream. On the other hand, according to a more serious and reliable study, the English identity, Cream of the Trinity, started in the 19th century at Trinity College in Cambridge. The French identity, Crème Brûlée, appeared in the 17th century from the hand of the chef François Macialot. However, the Catalan cream was known much earlier, according to the well-written medieval books of Saint-Sauveur in the 14th century and Cook's book in the 16th century. Therefore, its origin is a bit confusing, because it's also known that the custard already existed in the Roman Republic many centuries before Christ. In conclusion, in any case, it's one of the oldest desserts in Europe. And finally, the truth is that we are enjoying our typical St. Joseph cream at all times. Very suitable dessert for family parties, and especially recommended for English classes celebrations of 5e2+. And one more thing, we are going to show you briefly how I cook Joseph's Catalan cream step by step. The ingredients, as I said, egg yolk, fine sugar, lemon peel, cinnamon stick, starch, and fresh milk. Add the fresh milk, the lemon peel, and the cinnamon stick to a pot. When it is about to boil, remove from the heat, cover, and let infuse about 90 minutes. After this time, we put the infused milk in a jug, waiting to be added to the base mass of the custard. In a small bowl, mix the starch until it dissolves with the reserved glass of fresh milk. In the pot of the final custard, add the egg yolk and sugar and mix well. Add the content of the small bowl and stir everything until dilute and mix well. Next, we add little by little the reserved milk from the jug to the pot, and we are already starting to make the Catalan cream. We spend about 8 minutes, more or less, continuously stirring the mixture, waiting for a miracle, and until we finally notice that little by little it is thickening. This is the important moment. As we see the texture on the spoon, it's not liquid but not thick either. Now we remove the pot from the heat, and then we are going to begin the final plating phase of the cream. For most gourmets will never burn it because they want to enjoy the different flavors of the cream separately. But for those who likes the tastiest cream, we will burn it. And voila, here you are, you have it. Thanks for your time. Please enjoy it. Cheers, Josep. And well, now I am ready to answer your questions on this topic. Thank you very much for your time. It's all.